But Saint Moses, he's incredible. I really love the story a lot because it's a lot about redemption. And so this man was a gang leader. He was known to rob someone, kill someone, whatever he needed to do, he would do it with, if you were in the way, it didn't matter. If you're just an obstacle in his path, he needed to get past you to get what he wanted. And so one day he found himself in trouble. The cops were chasing him. And so he was trying to hide out in the desert. And as he's running, he sees this big building. And he says, I think I can sneak inside this building so they get cops for it. And so he goes inside, he sneaks in, and he sees, it's a monastery. All these guys are like wearing robes and habits, and they're walking around like this and praying and stuff. And he's like, they won't notice I'm here because they're all blind, they don't talk anyway. So I'm just kind of like hang out, nobody's gonna notice me. It's just massive guy. And so he ends up really enjoying the peace that he finds there. He's like, these guys are different. I don't know what they have. I guess it's God, but like I need to be here. And so he asked the abbot of the monastery, like, can I stay? And he said, I'll give you my blessing. But you have to come into the church also. He wasn't even Catholic. And so he goes through everything. He stays and becomes a monk with everybody. But he still has anger issues. Anger issues has always kind of haunted him. So he was never really a patient guy, really quick fuse. And if you interrupted him while he was talking, or if you accidentally stepped on his shoe, or any little inconvenience to him, it went to anger. And that might have been a fight, or it might have been yelling, or it might have been something that showed you are inconveniencing me right now. I want to let you know that. And so as he's dealing with it, the abbot of the monastery was so patient also with Moses, and he was so good for him. One morning he took him on top of the roof of the monastery before the sun had risen. And they were just chit-chatting, hey, how you doing? How's everything going? Sweeping up the house good? All right, it's good, all some good stuff. And he says, you see the way the sun is rising up right now? And Moses is like, yeah, it's the sun, that's every day. And he says, but notice how much of the sun takes over the darkness. Does it happen immediately? No, it doesn't. Yeah, you're right, it doesn't. It happens very slowly, very gradually. That the light is starting to touch the earth and moving, pushing this darkness away. You have a lot of light in you, Moses. You have some darkness in you as well, and we all do. Everybody does. But the way that the sun rises in the morning and pushes away the darkness is the same way that God works in your life. Very gradually. Because when sometimes my son wakes me up in the morning by turning on the light, and I'm like, oh, too much, too fast. I don't want that. It's a lot. And it hurts my eyes. God doesn't work with us that way. He works with us very gradually. And that patience that he was able to learn from his abbot led him to being more and more of a holy monk. And people in the monastery started to notice him changing. They're like, wow, Moses he's different. And the one way that everyone knew that he was different was one day there was a group of thieves who broke into the monastery, and they were seen in the sacristy taking all the gold, all the chalices. There was all these very precious items of the church. And Moses stumbles upon them, and he sees these three guys, and then he just starts beating them up. He's beating them up, and he almost takes their life, but he remembers, I'm working on this. That's right, I'm working on this. And so he takes all three of them to the abbot, and he said, these guys are trying to steal him from us. I was going to kill them, but I'm changing now, so I did not do what you want. And then he takes his broom, and he leaves, and he goes sweeping somewhere else. And everybody's like, Moses is changing. But those guys, because they received his mercy of not being killed, they all decided to convert and become monks right there on the spot. And so that fruit doesn't always look like we're levitating immediately. It's like, oh, now I am holy. Now I'm very patient. Now I'll be able to have so much fruit just coming from me. Oh no, we're very much so still imperfect people while still practicing virtue and having other fruits be very apparent and known.